We are back with Single in These Streets. I'm Toya.
I'm Giselle.
And so listen, guys. So last time we were just talking about pursuit versus chase, right? And what does pursuit look like to you? You got to be intentional when it comes to the pursuit. And if you're going to be intentional, then listen, Giselle, tell me what the people need to do if they're going to be intentional.
Listen, if you're going to be intentional, ladies, if we're going to be intentional about pursuit versus chase, then we have to make sure that we know what we want, right? And men too, you got to know what you want. If you want to have somebody come to you, all right, and allow them to pursue you, then you have to know if that's the person that you want to pursue you. Like it's not hard, y'all.
It's not. It is not rocket science. I think sometimes we are making dating and relationships, we're making it too hard. And I understand there's so much on social media. There's so many sides, so much controversy. It's like, I don't know what to do, but sometimes you just got to take a beat. You got to sit back and again, assess yourself. What is it that you want? And to my fellas, when we're talking about you pursuing someone, again, to be intentional, you have to know what you want, right? Because you got to have a vision. We have a vision for everything else. You got a vision for your business. You got a vision for how you want to come up. So if you're looking for a relationship, like fellas, do you need to have a vision for that as well? So you got to start thinking about what is it that I want and what does it look like?
That is so good. I love that you said, what do I want and what does it look like? That's important, right? Because, if you remember, we talked about the list.
Yes.
So that goes hand in hand. When you're pursuing, you got to know what it is that you're pursuing. You have to be intentional about it. You have to know, for me, I like my little white chocolate. So you gotta know. You have to know what it is that attracts you. So you gotta listen. Go watch the video when we talked about the list, because it was fire.
Yes,
it was so good, and that's gonna help you. That's gonna help you as you now start being more intentional, understanding what it is that you want, what you're looking for. To Toya's point, what you're looking for as you start pursuing.
Exactly. So listen, if we got any fellas that are tuning in, any fellas that not even tuning in, we hope that you have subscribed. Yes. So if you are tuning in, we need you to put in the comments, what are you looking for?
Right.
What do you want? And also put in the comments, what's your take on pursuit versus chase? Are you out here chasing or are you out here being intentional and you are pursuing the young lady that you want? Okay, ladies, so I'm going to need for you to pay attention to what the fellas are putting in the chat, because listen, if they putting something in the chat, they giving you the cheat code, okay? They giving you the cheat code because, listen, we're trying to come together and do this thing together. So we want to make sure, ladies, that you guys are paying attention to what is going on in the chat.
Hey, look, we're trying to help you not stay single in these streets. How about that? Okay.
That part right there.
But all right, so listen, let's tell the people, let's share with the people. Okay. What do you want? So pursuing, right? Man pursuing you. What you want?
What do I want when the man's is pursuing me? Okay. So let me see. I already said, I want someone who is intentional. And I need you to be intentional with your time. I need you to be intentional with conversation. I need you to be intentional with dates. That is huge. Okay. I am all about, listen, I'm the type, tell me what time, what time you either picking me up, what time to meet you, okay? I might ask you a little bit like, okay, so like, what kind of vibe is this? I know how to have the outfit ready, but really just being intentional with time, being consistent with communicating. Because, we always talk about communicate when you can't communicate.
Right.
Okay, listen, if you're not able to communicate, and I'm not talking about all day long, but just hit me up. Say something, because I sometimes like to say, this could be right or wrong, I don't know, but I sometimes like to say, ain't nobody that busy.
Ain't nobody that busy.
Not with texting in this age. No one is that busy when you're being intentional.
Right.
If you want that person, you're going to make time for that person. If you want that person, you are going to go out of your way to make sure they know that you are intentional about them, and a woman is going to begin to understand and know that she is being pursued.
I love that. And you're absolutely right. So for me, I'm a detail-oriented person. I love details. So for me, it's paying attention to details. When we're talking, when I say to you, hey, I like a certain thing or I have a certain interest, right? These are the things I like to do or what I enjoy. I love a man who pursues me based on what he has already heard me say, because you're paying attention to the details.
Yes.
And so now I know you're listening to me, right? And we always talk about active listening as part of communication. So that's one of the things that, you know, I know you and I talked when we were married before previously, like we would talk about how, you know, that was important to us. It's, are you
Absolutely.
listening to the things that we're saying?
Absolutely. I love that
So
you said
good.
that, because again, that just goes back to your intention. If you are interested, you are going to actively listen in conversation. So what I hear you talking about is effort.
Right.
You're
Just putting
intentional
in
with the
effort.
effort that you are putting in for the person that you like, the person that you're interested in. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, it really is not rocket science. It's not. We got to stop making it too difficult. So I love that. Pay attention to details, guys.
Pay attention to the details. So, all right, listen, loves, this has been amazing. We are really, really digging deep into what is it that you want, pursue versus chase, right? So, guys, we're going to hit pause. But I'm going to tell you right now, when we come back, now we're really going to dive deep, because guess what, y'all? As intentional as it has to be, it starts with somebody. We're going to talk about that when we get back. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to B3 Media on YouTube.
Be entertained, be informed, and be inspired with B3 Media TV, the network for brilliant, brave, and bodacious women.